Laptop computer spins onto the screen, opens, and displays ATP Education Program webinar series, closes, and then spins off the screen.
Executive function is an umbrella term in neuroscience to describe the neurological processes involving mental control and self-regulation. Executive functions control and regulate cognitive and social behaviors like controlling impulses, paying attention, remembering information, planning, and organizing time and materials, and responding appropriately to social situations and stressful situations. Chromebooks have some helpful accessibility features a user can activate that offer potential support, especially with focus. These features may provide an alternative means of viewing what the user is seeing in front of them, and how they interact with the content on their screen. Let's check some out. Welcome to this video where we will learn how to adjust the size and change the color of the cursor on a Chromebook. This feature allows a person who may have a visual impairment to see the cursor as it moves across the screen. It can be a helpful feature to turn on for anyone who likes a larger cursor or prefers a color besides black. Chromebooks have some amazing built-in accessibility features to help make a device more efficient for students. One of these features makes adjustments to the mouse cursor, which may allow the user to see the cursor move more easily across a computer screen. We can customize the size and change the color to suit individual preferences and needs. It can be a helpful feature for those who may experience visual impairments, or really for anyone who wants a customized mouse cursor. As you can see, as the cursor moves around the screen, it is much larger and it has been changed to a different color. As a result of these changes, it may be much easier to see as a user navigates around the screen. Now that you have had a chance to see what the larger cursor looks like in action, let's walk through the steps to turn the feature on. To start, open the Chrome browser on your Chromebook, click the three vertical dots in the right-hand corner of the screen, sometimes called the snowman, then find Settings at the bottom and click on it. Scroll down to Accessibility on the left-hand side of the screen, and click on it. This will open a section in the middle of the page. Click on Manage Accessibility Features and scroll down until you find Show Large Mouse Cursor. To increase the size, click the toggle switch to the right. By default, the mouse cursor will now be set to large. Use the slider that says Adjust Cursor Size to make the cursor smaller or larger. A user can also change the color of the cursor to make it even more accessible. Simply scroll down to Cursor Color and select a different color from the drop-down menu on the right side of the screen. Default is always black, but as you can see from the list, there are a variety of colors to choose from. As we have seen in this demonstration, the cursor can be customized to meet the needs of just about anyone. Welcome to this video where we will learn about a Chromebook feature called Highlight Mouse Cursor. When enabled, a red circle appears around the mouse pointer at all times. This is an alternative to the large mouse cursor, and can be helpful for students who frequently lose the pointer as they navigate the screen. Chromebooks have some great built-in accessibility features to help make a device more efficient for students. One of these features adds a red circle around the mouse pointer, which may allow the user to see the cursor move more easily across a computer screen. It can be a helpful feature for those who have a difficult time following where the mouse pointer is on the screen, may experience visual impairments, or really for anyone who wants a customized mouse pointer. It can also be helpful for educators during instructional time, as it provides a visual for students as the mouse cursor moves across the screen. Let's take a look at the Highlight Mouse Pointer function in action. As you can see, when the highlight feature is active and the mouse is engaged, the pointer has a red circle around it as it moves across the screen. Once the user stops manipulating the mouse, the highlight function on the pointer will stop. Now that you have had a chance to see what the highlight feature looks like in action, let's walk through the steps to turn the feature on. To start, open the Chrome browser on your Chromebook, click the 3 vertical dots in the right-hand corner of the screen, often referred to as the snowman, then find Settings at the bottom and click on it. On the left-hand side of the screen, scroll down to Accessibility, then Manage Accessibility Features, in the center of the screen. Scroll down through the list until you find Highlight Mouse Cursor when it's moving. Click the toggle switch on the right side to turn the highlight function on. If the user decides they do not want the function turned on, click on the toggle switch again to turn the highlight feature off. Welcome to this video where we will learn about zooming in, or magnifying a screen on the Chromebook. Full screen magnifier is typically used to enlarge a portion of the screen for easier reading, or to reduce screen clutter, helping students who are easily distracted focus on a specific task. It can also be useful for students who experience a visual impairment. A helpful feature you can find in Chromebooks is magnification. You can magnify an entire page, or use the dock magnifier to just highlight the screen at the top of the page. Magnification may make the page easier for some users to read. It can be a helpful feature for those who may experience visual impairments or, really for anyone who wants the page they are viewing magnified. Now that you have had a chance to see what the page and dock magnifier looks like, let's walk through the steps to turn the feature on and off. To start, open the Chrome browser on your Chromebook, click the 3 vertical dots in the right-hand corner of the screen, often referred to as the snowman. Find Settings at the bottom and click on it. On the left-hand side of the screen, scroll down to Accessibility, then Manage Accessibility Features in the center of the screen. Scroll down until you find Enable Full Screen Magnifier. Click the toggle switch to the right to turn the magnifier on. Once it has been activated, you have some other options to choose from as far as how the user moves around the page using the mouse, which we will explore next. To deactivate the feature, click the toggle switch again. Now that we have found the magnifier feature, let's take a look at the other options a user has to customize the feature for their individual needs. The Move Screen Continuously as Mouse Moves does just that. As the cursor moves around, the page moves as well. The Move Screen Keeping Mouse at Center of Screen keeps the mouse cursor in the middle of the page. As you move the mouse, the screen will move. The Move Screen as Mouse Touches Edges of Screen option only moves the page the user is viewing when the cursor is at the edge, top, or bottom of the screen. There is also a full screen zoom option. This allows the user to magnify the screen from 2 to 20 times. A word of caution with this feature: if the screen is magnified too large, it can be difficult to read and you will need to use Ctrl+Alt+ brightness in order to zoom the screen back out. Finally, there is an option that allows the user to only enable the magnifier opening a dock at the top of the screen. This may be a nice way to help isolate what the user sees as they move around the page, versus seeing the entire screen when moving the mouse cursor. To turn this feature on, the user clicks the toggle button on the right-hand side. Once this feature is turned on, the page the user is on will remain static and unchanged, while movement around the page with the cursor is happening, within dock magnification at the top. Again, this feature can also be magnified further up to 20 times, however, it can make the print a bit more difficult to read as you can see as I increase the size. The nice thing about this feature is the user does not have to use the Ctrl+Alt feature to minimize the size. It can be done on the normal page through the drop-down menu as you can see here. Welcome to this video where we will learn about high contrast. This feature allows a person to darken a screen who may be sensitive to brighter lights. This is an accessibility feature that may be helpful for users with visual impairments or anyone who struggles with light sensitivity when reading. Some teachers have complained that the white look of Google Classroom is difficult for students to read and causes increased eye strain due to the brightness of the screen. The high contrast feature works by inverting the screen colors to make icons and buttons stand out from backgrounds, and can make text easier to read. This can be a useful tool for people with a visual impairment, and the extra contrast can also make using the computer easier and less tiring on the eyes for anyone. Let's take a look at a brief video showing what the feature looks like on the screen when turned on. Now that we have learned why a user might use high contrast and what it looks like, let's walk through the steps to get to the feature and turn it on and off. To start, open the Chrome browser on your Chromebook, click the 3 vertical dots in the right-hand corner of the screen, often referred to as the snowman, then find Settings at the bottom and click on it. On the left-hand side of the screen, scroll down to Accessibility, then Manage Accessibility Features in the center of the screen. Scroll down until you find Use High Contrast Mode. A user will notice a toggle switch on the right side of the screen. When a user clicks here, it turns the feature on and the screen is now black with items in the background appearing white. To turn it back off, simply click the toggle switch again, and it restores the screen back to its original look.
Thank you for watching. For more information on the ATP education program, please visit our website at atp.nebraska.gov/education or email us at atp.education@nebraska.gov.